The Broken Empires Kickstarter is launching October the 1st. There's still time to become an early VIP supporter over at the pre-launch page at play.thebrokenempires.com. This is a big moment, and because the dice always tell the story, I'm going to roll for it. Now, what am I going to roll? I'm not going to roll on the fate chart. No, I'm going to roll our personality mechanics. The personality mechanics, which are fully optional, completely optional in this game, are there to help players decide what to do when they don't know what the character would do. And I don't know what the character's gonna do. Well, hello and welcome back once again to Me, Myself, and Die, episode 10 of Season 4. I am, as always, your intrepid GM, host, and player, Trevor DeVal. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Please do consider hitting, liking, and subscribe. Every time I do this, I sound like William Shatner. I don't know why that happens. Anyway, if you want to join us on Patreon to help support the channel, that's a huge, huge help. Thanks to all my patrons and YouTube channel supporters who have helped continue the process of bringing you this lovely entertainment. Of course, we have launched the game, the Kickstarter, or we're about to launch rather, on October the 1st. All of the links are below for all of that good stuff, but we are going to start the episode today with a little bit of housekeeping. First of all, a couple things about rules. Because this is an evolving, developing game, the rules are going to adjust and shift. That's the whole purpose of this season, is to tweak the rules as I go and to develop things and remove what I don't like and put things in that I do. So for example, the use of resolve right now, which is the quote-unquote meta currency in the game, you can no longer do rerolls. As of right now, those are the rules. You cannot spend resolve to reroll, you're kind of stuck with what you get. But you can spend resolve before or after the roll, you just have to declare it if you're going to spend it before the roll. So, I'm going to bump up the chaos factor to 8 because things are going kind of kooky here. We left off in a bit of a cliffhanger. Also, I'm going to close the thread, get to the tomb, and I'm going to add the thread, investigate the Lich's dream. Vale has earned 3 experience points for pursuing her goals, and she's not going to be able to spend it right now though because she's in the middle of a thing. So, let us get to that thing. The last we saw of Vale, she had laid down on this stone slab and instantly entered into this dream prison. But it wasn't much of a prison, it looked like an oasis. There was lots of plants and water and the sounds of exotic birds and all. It was very, very, very pleasant, but there was this young man, nobly dressed, who had approached her, and this must be Montserrat. But, strangely, he suggested that in fact Sherilyn did not come here to destroy him, she came here to assist him. So what does that mean? Let's find out. Assist you? Sherilyn, helping you? Sherilyn imprisoned you here for a reason. Look around you, Vale. Does this look like a prison to you? You do not know everything that transpired all those years ago. Sherilyn's Spiritbane came to seek me out, not to destroy me. For that, she knew not even she could do. Not here. Not on this plane of existence. No, she came because she knew that I held the key to a door that she very much desired to have opened. The door to the gates of Norkarth. Has Vale ever heard of Norkarth? I'm gonna give a quick roll on her Arcana skill. I'm gonna give her plus 20 on this. It's likely that she would have heard this, so she's rolling on 60. Oh, nope, and it's a critical fail. She's never heard of Norkarth. Norkarth, what is that? Ah, your order never told you of the city at the center of all realities. The city which I have been seeking for centuries. Within the fortress at the heart of the city of Norkarth, there lies a library of sorts, and within that library lies the very secret to do that which no one in the Broken Empires can do. The secret to ending my existence. You seek to destroy yourself, oh Vale. When my ritual to ascend to lichdom failed, I was left in a terrible predicament. I was neither alive, nor dead, nor undead. I have been trapped in a prison of my own body for so many lifetimes, unable to ascend, but unable to die. I seek only the sweet release of oblivion, but that is denied me in this realm only through the knowledge of that which Norkarth holds. May I meet a peace that I have sought for centuries. Long have I sought the gateway to Norkarth, and I have found it. But alas, I could not open the gate, not in the state I was in. For you see, once my trusted servant Akholm discovered my intention to end my own existence, he knew that once I crumbled to dust, that his own existence would be forfeit. And so he betrayed me. He attacked me and wounded me grievously, to the point where I was no longer strong enough to open the gate. And this was the condition and the state in which Sherilyn found me. Why would Sherilyn want the gateway to this Norkarth to be opened? Within the city of Norkarth lies not only the secrets to end my undeath, but the secrets to end all undeath, to end the scourge of all undeath within the broken empires. That is the secret that Sherilyn craved, and that is why she came here to help me open the gate. But in my weakened state, thanks to the traitor Akholm, I was not strong enough to cast the spell that would open the gate. And so Sherilyn knew what she had to do. She tore off a fragment of her own soul stuff, her own spirit, and infused it in me to heal me, to allow me to slumber in this place until such time that I was strong enough to emerge, and with her, we would walk hand in hand through the newly opened gate. She would procure the power to end the undead scourge, and the first creature she would use this power on would be me. I would finally be at rest, and she would have achieved all that her order had been seeking. But alas, Sherilyn fell. I knew it at once, and I was awakened in this place, not yet fully healed, but knowing, thanks to the spirit shard of Sherilyn within my person, knowing that she was gone, and that all was lost, until I emerged in the desert wastes outside the city of Ansharia, with the spirit mantle in my possession. I knew at that moment that Sherilyn had not abandoned me, that she intended to keep her promise to me through you, that the spirit mantle would make its way to me and finish what she had started, the healing process that would allow me to open the gates. And though Sherilyn herself would never be able to go through, you could. Then why did you seek to stop me? It was not I who sought to stop you, Vale. It was the traitor Akholm who enlisted the help of the Silent Death Assassins, for he knew that if you were to bring the spirit mantle to me, then his own existence would be in jeopardy, and he would not allow that. But you somehow destroyed him, and you freed my servants to be able to remove my body from this place and send it on forward to the gate, or to where the gate can be opened. The Vizier's palace. That is where the gate is to be opened. That is why you had the Vizier craft those runes outside the entrance to the palace. That was your preparations for this gate. Yes, Vale. Let's say that everything you said is true. Why would I ever believe you? You shouldn't believe me. Not on my word alone. You have already seen the proof that Sherilyn resides within my person. I showed you her image. You know that was her. And sure enough, Vale knows that the image she saw of Sherilyn was definitely her. That is the part that I have saved for last, Vale. Within the city of Norkarth lies not only the secrets to death and the secrets to undeath, but the secrets to life. Once my body crumbles to dust within the city of Norkarth, Sherilyn's soul will be freed from me. And in that moment, you can use her own soul to make her whole again and restore her to life. That is big. And if there is anything that is going to trigger Vale's hope, vain hope perhaps, because remember, this is her big weakness, the idea that she can somehow bring Sherilyn back. He is telling her exactly what she wants to hear. Will she believe him? We're gonna find out. But first, you can bring her back. No, Vale. You can. You need to help me open the gate. I am not yet strong enough. The healing is not complete. But with the spirit mantle, you can finish what Sherilyn started. You can make me strong enough to open that gate, and then together we will go through. I will show you the secrets of purging undead. You will use that secrets to destroy me, and in that moment, restore Sherilyn. You will walk through the gate back into the Broken Empires. You and Sherilyn can live lives of peace at last. Your vows fulfilled. If the gate is to be made in the city of Ansharia, and if you need my help, then why did you bring me all the way out here? I knew you would never trust me. I needed to demonstrate an act of goodwill that I trust you. Inside the chambers in which your body now lies sleeping, there is a secret door. It leads to my innermost chambers. Inside that chamber is the repository of my essence, my phylactery. You can take my phylactery and wrap it in the spirit mantle and bring it to the city. Once you reunite the phylactery with my body, which is even now en route to the city, being borne hence by my servants, that will allow Sherilyn's power to complete the task that she started all those years ago, to complete the healing that will give me the strength to open the gate. You could do this, or with the barest thought, you could command the spirit mantle to put my essence back into slumber for centuries. Into your hands, I literally commend my spirit. Let me be absolutely clear. You want me to reunite your body with the phylactery, having healed it in the spirit mantle, which will allow you to open the gate through which we will both go, and at that time, you will give me the knowledge of how to destroy all undead within the Broken Empires, which will destroy you and free the spirit of Sherilyn where she may be remade. Don't believe me. Believe what your heart tells you to be true. But whatever you decide, do it quickly. The great conjunction of stars is even now forming over the city of Ansharia. Once that window passes, it will no longer be possible to open the gate. Time is running out. And then she wakes up in the chamber, somewhat taken aback by all that she has seen. Thrag and Watik are looking with concern on her, but very, very relieved, obviously, once she wakens and stands up. She tells Thrag everything that happened. Obviously, Thrag doesn't believe a word of it. I mean, would you? I wouldn't. Don't think for a moment, Thrag, that I believe any of his lies. For indeed, lies they must be. But I saw Sherilyn's spirit within him, and I know it was no illusion. She is within him, At least a part of her. That part of his story rings true at least. And if that is the case, then maybe within this Norkarth, she can be brought back. Thrag looks extremely skeptical. Of course, but he doesn't say anything, just respond. At the very least, we should see if the secret chamber exists or not. So, they look. Now, the thing is that Mazzaroth is good for his words. As she's looking at the far wall, she sees like a concealed door, basically, and she's easily able to pull it aside with the grating of stone on stone, and there is a dark passage ahead of them. She still has the lit torch, or rather Thrag does. They cautiously make their way down this sloping ramp in this stone corridor, down towards a chamber. And in the chamber, I think it's largely empty, but maybe at one point this was decked out to look kind of like a bedroom of sorts, maybe a laboratory of sorts, but there's very little here now. I think in the center of the room, there's sort of like outlines on the dust of what might have once been a sarcophagus. So it looks like indeed Mazzaroth was telling the truth about his servants coming to remove his body, because there ain't nothing here. But on a bookshelf, essentially, a small laboratory table against the back wall, there's a series of tomes, as well as a series of what is obviously alchemical supplies, reagents, that sort of stuff. And on that table is what can only be the Lich's phylactery. But what does it look like? I have no idea. I'm just gonna roll 2 words from Mythic and get a sense of 6. Deceive. Even the table's telling me that this is a mistake. Deceive. 85. Success. Okay. Deception of success. Okay. Okay. Then in that case, what she sees on the table is a lamp. Not a genie's lamp from Aladdin. No. It is a lamp that looks a lot like the lamp in the chamber of the soul cage. So this takes Vale aback, because she suddenly remembers the events in the chamber, about how she saw Sherilyn beyond the portal with Edbert, how she saw Sherilyn decide to sacrifice herself to save Edbert because she decided to forgive him for wrongly tormenting him all those years. She saw her chance of retrieving Sherilyn slip away from her grasp like sand through an hourglass. She sees all of this again flash through her mind as she's looking at this lamp. Yes, this lamp, this phylactery of the Lich, which by total coincidence looks a lot like the lamp that was the soul cage. Although it is not the soul cage, it is its own thing. She goes over to it and she pulls forth the spirit mantle, shimmering samite or whatever it's made of. And she pulls it out. She can feel it thrumming with Sherilyn's power. She can feel it brimming with the last of Sherilyn's earthly power. And she knows that this item, just like she was told by Cyrus, that if she wraps the Lich, presumably this phylactery, in the spirit mantle, she can command him to go back to sleep. This is her big moment. There she stands, the phylactery on the table. She goes and she takes the phylactery. I think the lamp's pretty big. It's probably like yay big. She takes it in one hand, she pulls the spirit mantle, and she takes the lamp and she puts it in the cloth and wraps the lamp in the spirit mantle. And at that moment, Thrag says to her, "Do it, Vale. Command the spirit mantle to put him back to sleep, or destroy him if you can. Do it." And Vale looks at the lamp wrapped in the spirit mantle. This is her choice. If she commands the spirit mantle to put him back to sleep, then she will have succeeded in her mission. So simple, all she has to do is command it. But if she does that, she may be saying goodbye to the only and the last chance she will ever have of restoring her master, Sherilyn Spiritbane. This is Vale's fatal flaw. This is the thing that drives everything she does to protect Sherilyn's legacy. But not only that, if what the Lich is saying is true, she could restore Sherilyn and also fulfill the vow of every member of the Order of the Purifying Flame. But more than anything, the question is, Not does she believe Mazzaroth. Obviously, she's skeptical of him. Obviously, she's suspicious. That's not even a question. The question is, does her fatal flaw come to play? Does she, and by the way, I don't know if Mazzaroth is completely telling the truth or not. I'm going to find out, but, because I don't want to know. I want to find out as Vale discovers it. But as she's holding this phylactery in her hands, the question becomes, does she err on the side of hope? Where maybe if even a part of what the Lich is saying is true, that she could use this mysterious Nork hearth to bring Sherilyn back? Or does she err on the side of cynicism? That no, there's no way, that she has to let Sherilyn go. This is a big moment. And because the dice always tell the story, I'm gonna roll for it. Now what am I gonna roll? I'm not gonna roll on the fate chart. No, I'm gonna roll our personality mechanics. The personality mechanics, which are fully optional, completely optional in this game, are there to help players decide what to do when they don't know what the character would do. And I don't know what the character's gonna do. So let's find out. On the personality chart, 2 of the possible outcomes are hopeful versus cynical. She has a 60 in that, which means there's basically a 60% chance of her erring towards hope and a 40% chance of her moving towards cynical. I'm going to roll. Does she retain hope that a part of the Lich's plan could be used, even if she tries to trick him or whatever the case? She's not an idiot. But is there a way for her? Does she believe that there's a way for her to actually restore Sherilyn? Or does she not believe that at all? This is what it comes down to. 60 or less is the hopeful outcome. Here we go. 38 is the hopeful outcome. She completes the wrapping of the lamp of the phylactery in the spirit mantle, and at that moment, she hears Mazzaroth's voice in her mind. Although she's not sure whether it's just a memory she's hearing or whether she actually hears his voice. It's difficult to tell, but she hears him say, "The choice is yours." And she looks at this bundle. She looks to Thrag. I do not believe him for a moment, Thrag. But I do believe what I saw and felt. Sherilyn is somehow within him. And if in this eternal city there are secrets to life and death, as he claims, which that may be a lie or not. But as far as I'm concerned, this represents my best and last chance to bring her back. You saw the choice that Sherilyn made within the Soul Cage Veil. Would you undo that choice to service your own grief? Well, that's very profound on Thrag's part. His wit isn't even that high. Does that actually shake her out of this? Is that enough to break her from this idea, this hopeful idea? Well, I'm gonna roll a skill check. Let's see. I mean, I doubt it. Thrag has a very, very low wit, and I think that's what this is. Well, it could be Inspire as well. Well, either way, it's terrible. He's rolling very, very, very low. This is a 15% chance it's gonna have any effect. Oh, so close. But no, it does not have an effect. And she says to him, "Your words move me, my friend. But I know what I saw. Sherilyn is not yet gone. She lives still, at least a portion of her does, within him, and I intend to free her and restore her if I can." And with that, she grasps the wrapped phylactery in the spirit mantle, and she wills the spirit mantle to begin the healing process, or rather to complete the healing process that Sherilyn started, according to the Lich, all of those years ago. And she feels the power of the spirit mantle slowly infusing the phylactery. She feels its essence slowly draining from the spirit mantle into this soul jar of sorts of the Liches. And she knows that for good or for ill, she has made her choice. And with that, she tucks it away in her pack and says this great conjunction of stars that the Lich speaks of. He says it is coming soon. It is time to go, Thrag. Moves back into the chamber where Watik is awaiting them. We must return to Ansharir, my friend, as fast as you can get us there. 1,000 pardons, great lady, but with only one camel, it will be very difficult. Then difficult it shall be. Lead on. And with that, they go to the corridor entrance and they look out on the valley of the dig site. The storm has passed and the water has drained away, leaving a muddy but secure valley for them to make their way across as fast as possible to get back to the city of Ansharir, where Vale is going to have to try and concoct some sort of plan to trick Montserrat into revealing what he truly knows, if in fact he was lying. Because I don't know if he's lying. Is it possible that everything he said is true? Is it in fact possible that he only craves his own destruction, a release from this endless existence, from all of these lives that he has lived over and over and over again, for the hundreds of lifetimes he has spent trapped, imprisoned in his own body, neither living nor dead nor undead? Is it possible that all he wants is to end this and he needs the help of Vale and the Spirit Mantle in order to do it? I have no idea, so we're gonna have to find out on the next episode. Thank you so much for joining me, and if you do want to help support the channel, please do consider hitting like and subscribe, or joining us over on Patreon or here on the YouTube channel, or if you want to help support the game, the sign-up details are all below. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you on the next episode of Me, Myself, and Die.